Is this what it's like to travel with an envoy? I can get used to this.
Envoy.
Murderers!
How awful.
Oh, bless my soul, the adherent envoy.
Hey, get around me. You're supposed to check in before you can...
High Market. A haven of opulence in an otherwise nice city. We should stop by Sansa's sometime. There's nothing like it, that's for sure.
Welcome. I was hoping you would drop in.
You're back. What have you found? I warned Kirmund about those Zaribs. It was Zaribs, wasn't it? Oh, on second thought, don't tell me. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon. You're back. What have you found? Have you been to the bathhouse? I'm too busy myself, but I'm told it's a taste of old Spirento.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
You, Adirin! You herald the end of our way of life! You are a scourge upon our city! The citizens of Paradise have come to hear the truth. They need to know what will befall us if we do not deal with you. You represent everything they stand for. You will find no peace here.
Down with Adir!
Walk in, give her the letter, and go. I can do this.
Don't go starting trouble.
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunter and guide in all... Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey. providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of Makul. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know. Just watch. This'll be good.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adiran Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Drago Sakasapt Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if you're bored, we could always start something anyway. I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
He's crafty, but he's no maniac. Just watch.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods, you.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a... person. Wasn't a bluff. That was a test. Any hunter worth their salt knows Widow's Kiss has no effect if it's ingested. And he actually believed I could pay the bartender to poison someone's drink. Gods, the taverns in Adir must be rough. Right, that's the goal. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you. I've been keeping tabs on you since you got here. Godlike, looking like you do, and hauling Kai around like a sick puppy. I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them. Then they wouldn't need much of a reason to go after an Adiran official. Plenty of stale water there. Still, it's dangerous to make assumptions based on stereotypes. They need more of a trail to go on. We'll figure this out, Makul. Don't you worry. Smell that salty air. Home.
See, Marius? Told you I wasn't ready to hang it up yet.
I had it under control, Makul. But thanks.
Ah, it's the principle of the thing. Now, what'll it be? Ease off, stranger.
Spare a coin?
Any injuries I should know about? No? You know how it is. Fighting in the alleys, rumor of a plague, odd creatures skulking out of the wilderness. Someone somewhere always needs to get patched up. And when they need me, here I am.
You're the Adiran envoy, aren't you?
When you catch your killer, make sure it hurts.
Envoy, got a situation over here.
Right here. This is
one of the few towns where it's almost safe to relax.
Don't get too used to the comforts of Paradise.
If it were me, I'd take the shot from up there above the embassy. Let's see if we can get up there. Nothing like the smell of fish and burning wood in the air.
Wish that sawbones would hurry up. Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs. Right. Ma'am. My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. But no place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy. It's built on ruins, and the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple, someone the locals call the Oracle. He's well, he's like you. A godlike. He belongs to Aethys. And if the rumors are true, he's the very last of his kind.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
Sorry. Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick.
Sure. I've heard about the Oracle. Same as I heard about the Watcher and all the other weird Saka in the Living Lands. I heard the Nimdude only talks to godlikes after Aethys' little jaunt in the Deadfire. I guess he got tired of people yelling at him for what his god did.
Can't say I blame him. People still fault Aethys for the Saints' War, and that was 25 years ago. If I were the earthly avatar of everyone's least favorite god, I'd go into hiding too.
I don't usually lead people down into that temple, mostly because underground temples are full of Saka that gives me the Vrikas. It's also supposed to be full of skeletons and old godless traps. I'm not fond of suicide missions either.
Oh, traps are the least of our worries. You should see the cliffs. This Oracle, he set himself up in a godless ruin. Turned it into a temple to Aethys, right? Supposedly, he built the whole place up just to house a holy relic. A bone from Aethys' Titan. Not any more than you'd have to be to worship Aethys, or to have part of him in you. But if you're really asking whether this thing he's got is actually a relic of Aethys, well, seems far-fetched to me. Yeda, our captain, she believes these Titan skeletons are what's left of the gods' physical bodies. They used to get up and walk around. And this godlike, he's got a piece of the one that belonged to Aethys. That's what my team is down there to confirm, anyway. Well, if that relic really is what it's said to be, and if it can heal the sick like it's said to do, it can't stay here. Not in some dank hole in this mouldering backwater. Not when it can help our people with the Dream Scourge. Or help people back home who deserve it more. And yet is determined to get that relic, no matter the risks. The rewards are just too great.
But
Envoy, I'm afraid it's a lie. And they're all going to die down there for nothing. Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass. Well, I gather there were folks who worshipped Aethys. And they'd come to this temple from all over the living lands to pray, or be healed, or to ask forgiveness. But Aethys isn't too popular these days, so...
So, most people don't go there anymore.
Right. Exactly. This Oracle, I don't know if he's dangerous, but he's supposed to carry a sword full of diamonds. I'll probably never get to see it now. Cadman's not gonna believe his eyes when he sees you. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
You've got some god looking out for you.
Here, by the graffiti. You can reach the roofs from here. With any luck, your assassins will be as bad at hiding their tracks as they were at making sure you stay dead.
Here we go.
To your left! You, wouldn't think behind the embassy spiders, but here you go.
That's one for us.
Smells familiar, but I can't place it. Whatever it is, it's not used for game hunting or keeping beasts out of your garden. The apothecary might know more. That's where I'd look.
Seems like a good place to start.
Without a second thought. I've bought my fair share of poisons in case some nim dude out there tries to take something I need. Go back to the market and up the stairs to the east. You'll see a large building with a big window on top.
The Mermaid's Den. Nice place. We should say hello to Juliana while we're there.
The apothecary is in the back alley. Any luck? We could track down who made this poison. Find your killers. Probably 1,000 spiders in there.
Well done. Here we go. That's all of them.
tragedy. A recently arrived envoy from Adir was assassinated just inside the front gates. The killer is still at large. A captain from the Valian Trading Company seeks a criminal known as Trevik. Trevik and his crew are believed armed and deadly.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or maybe more essence. Please buy something. I'm trying to prove a point. My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead? Because we're twins. She may be older, but that doesn't mean she's right about everything. Of course not. I wouldn't sell you something I thought would kill you. That's not good for business. I did that once. I had to hire a watcher to get the phantom out. I suppose I shouldn't brag about that to a potential customer. Good. You made it back.
You can't be serious. That much for one rack of... What is it?
I wouldn't go up there, stranger. That's Sparrowhawk territory.
Adherents ain't welcome around the Pearl District. Mind yourself.
God, got a real ugly mug.
Smile and be yourself. Or maybe just smile.
Let us in, sweetheart.
I told you, we're closed.
Not for us, you're not.
This man gotta do.
There.
Huh. Aren't you the outlander who died in the streets? How are you... Gah. It doesn't matter.
You've got to help. He's gonna hurt me again.
Everyone take a deep breath. No one is hurting anyone else today. Right?
You seem to like beating up on little guys. Want to take a run at me?
Listen to me, dead woman. What happens here does not concern you. Walk away. Ha! You Adherents always think everyone's out to get you. If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already. This is getting tiresome. I wasn't really gonna hurt the apothecary, but I'm really, really gonna hurt you.
Slowly, too. So you better hope she starts at the top.
She is not lying. I've seen it happen.
You talk too much.
Hey, boss, maybe we shouldn't. Fighting a godlike seems wrong somehow.
I knew you'd gone soft. We'll settle this as soon as I'm done here.
This one's mine. Come and get me.
Hold it! Get him, boys!
Good one!
Swine. This time, you're...
On your right!
Don't die.
Just like the good old days.
Envoy, thank you for dealing with those miscreants. There's a plague on these streets, and they are a symptom.
A gang of bullies shaking down honest folk? Seems more like the cause to me.
It's no more dangerous here than anywhere else. It's just that monsters here have knives instead of fangs.
You even killed Thala, the biggest, baddest of them all. The Sparrowhawks are gonna come after you. They don't. That's the problem. You don't have to come to my defense. No one sticks their neck out for anyone in these parts. Poison? Let me take a look. Wait, I recognize that from my wares. It's oil distilled from Santa Torre, a berry native to the Living Lands.
Just that it's supposed to act quickly, and that you shouldn't mess with it if you don't know what you're doing.
So don't, under any circumstances, mix it up with moonberries.
And before you ask, I can't tell you who bought the poison. If word got around that I was ratting my clients out to the adherents, it'd be the end of me. I hate carrying a debt. Just don't tell anyone you learned it from me. The truth is, I never saw the customer's face. They wore a hood. A monk's cowl, I believe. But I can tell you that Santa Torre is used in religious rituals. Prophets and seers will do anything to leave their bodies. I have nothing to hide. Not anymore. Just talking to you has put me at odds with Paradis. I have no wish to be at odds with Adir as well.
If you want mystic types, you want to go visit the Temple of Andra. Probably the only reason you'd want to go there.
On the other hand, Claviger Amond was cozy with plenty of mystics and oddballs. We could check out his estate for clues.
Go past the Hightown Gate to the north, then follow the road eastward until you reach the statue of Andra. Easier said than done, believe me. I hope that I've been able to assist you in some small way. Good luck in your investigation, Envoy.
Poisoning from one of the temples. So much for the gods working through miracles and mysteries. I don't think we're going to be welcome here for long. Thala's Sparrowhawks will be sniffing around here any minute. And since that's not the last skirmish we'll find ourselves in, I say we take this opportunity to stock up on some better equipment. If you want a guarantee of getting the good stuff, I recommend Paradis's main market.
This thing was here long before Paradise was. And it'll be here long after, too.
Good. You made it back. Good. You made it back.
Maybe try pulling it next time.
Listen, this is something I never thought I'd have to ask, but can we talk about you coming back from the dead? I saw you take an arrow to the gut and collapse. Your skin went cold and you stopped moving. It happened fast. By the time I got you to Liviana's, I don't think you had a pulse. You certainly weren't breathing. You must have spent 20 minutes as a corpse on one of her cots before you just came back. What did you see while you were gone? What do you remember? Watchers say souls can linger between this world and the beyond for a time. I've seen Runid talk to them a few times, almost in a trance. What happened next? The beyond. That's the realm of the gods, of souls. Perhaps it's a mercy our souls don't recall their time in the beyond. Or perhaps they do. And that's what drives some to madness. What did you see there? Wait. Someone? Who was it? Or what was it? Well, that's good. Imagine how much worse this would be if you had two cryptic entities clamoring for your attention. So, someone is reaching out to you from the beyond. They saved you from death, and now they want you to free them from wherever they are. Do you trust them? Fair point. Though they seem to have done you a favor in this instance. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience I've ever heard of, and you haven't even left Dawnshore. That's quite a feat. Me neither. So, this whole time you were in the beyond, and then you were just sent back. Do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead? Yeah, probably not. Still, thanks for humoring me. You must be tired. I know I am. Hopefully that Watcher Runid will have some answers for us. For now, let's get some rest. Rebellion's more like our natural state of being in the living lands. People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, many come here specifically for that reason. And the Stilgarrote. Ludwine and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation, but I don't think they're making your cause any friends. I don't like to gossip.
Since when?
Okay, I like fun gossip. They say she's hunting down so-called agitators, flattening entire settlements that stand in her way. Of course, all the news reaching Paradis is jumbled together. Stories about the Dream Scourge, the Stilgarrote, and the weird happenings that are almost commonplace around here. So it's hard to say what's true. If they're here under your banner, people will see their actions as representing you. I think you're right. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's rocks, as the saying goes. Night, Envoy.
By the way, I never met that Orlin girl before in my life. No offense, but you leave a pretty wide trail, Envoy. I mean that anyone who wanted to track you down would just have to follow the murmurs and gawkers in your wake. And a Deeren official who's new in town turns a lot of heads, especially when they're traveling with a Nim dude like Kai. Stick with Kai. You'll find out. Well, we've worked together in the past. It was mostly him crashing blindly through the weeds after I advised him not to. I'm here to find your assassins. Maybe help you avoid being killed again in the future. My guess is you'll need a guide once you leave Paradis, too. They say I'm the best there is. The wilds here are dangerous even in the best of times, which these most certainly are not. Not to mention there are parts of the island you can't get to without me. Not that you'd want to go there anyway. Anyway, enough chat. I'm sure you have things to do. Anyway. Companions? It's just Kai, isn't it? As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins. If I must.
Look, Marius, if you ever want to talk about anything, you know I'm here, right?
Right. Appreciate that, but I'm alright.
If you ever change your mind, the offer stands.
Okay, Amakul. I'll keep that in mind. What are you grinning about?
Huh? I wasn't grinning.
Right. Well, stop it.
That's just how my face looks, Marius. Hey, you got something on your mind? Something you want to talk about?
The wood echoes, strangled suffering. We knew this creature. Still waters, you merely dream. The bare, the rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you? death to life. Does life not glisten like a stream? What gleams cannot be a monster? We wish you had not killed it. Violets and the stars, we wish for both. Birth into rebirth, growth into life again, beauty without end. Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it? Even if... No, we should not question this. Mercy like a knife. It hunts all of us. God, mortal, beauty. Sleep now. We ponder.
There's a shrine over there, to Woodaka, if I remember correctly.
Well met. Feel free to partake of Wodaka's favor. Welcome. Please stay a while. May the Burned Queen watch over you.
You had me at welcome and lost me at Burned Queen.
Pray, she never hears you. Wodaka forgets little. Come to pay your respects at the shrine, envoy? Only that the Living Lands has no idea how to honor Wodaka with proper respect. Just look at the state of this shrine.
At ease, soldier. You Adiran sure do take these things seriously.
One cannot take the sacred for granted. One of Wodaka's own totems sits at this shrine. A true rarity. Totems like these are relics from a bygone era. There are legends about how the gods imbued them with their own essence. Can you imagine holding something like this in your hands? Alas, this one is a fragment of what it once was. What I would give to see what power it held. Not much, I'm afraid. All I can tell you is that it's very old. I suspect it was built for a different purpose before it became a shrine to Wodaka. Really? I'll have to look for him the next time I'm on leave. If I'm ever on leave. Painstakingly. We don't have the right materials to rebuild the shrine, so we have to make do.
Nice work. It even smells better here.
I've asked for more supplies. Hopefully the quartermaster won't be foolish enough to refuse. The Burned Queen deserves everything from us. The sky, and the land, and the heads of her enemies. The others betrayed her. They cast the Queen out. But it doesn't matter. She will prevail in the end. Fuck Margaret for burning her. Fuck Abidon for building the machines that powered Margaret's treachery. I have more patience for the two gods of death, Bereth and Rimagard. I merely tolerate Wal and Scan. And I'm profoundly uninterested in Aothis. Apologies. I suppose I have strong opinions on the gods, particularly those that cross the burned queen. Of course, I consider myself a self-taught scholar of all the gods, though I am partial to one. Aothis rules over light and hope and redemption and all such things. He allegedly died, but then rose again in the Deadfire Archipelago. They also say that long ago, a farmer by the name of Widewind claimed to be a vessel of Aothis, and went on a rampage across the Eastern Reach. Frivolous idiocy as far as I'm concerned. Calls himself a god of crafting, but Abidon is just a sniveling idiot who serves Margaret, creating weapons for her campaigns. I don't understand how he could bow his head to that traitor. Of course. Goodbye. Wait! You have an important mission, Envoy. Before you go, take the totem on the altar with you. I feel you should have it. Perhaps it will grant you the Burned Queen's grace on your journey. I will await its return.
Quiet, Nimdut.
Take him down. You're mine now.
We make a good squad. This looks like the path Offric told us about.
If you look, you can see Fort Northreach from here.
Oh. Too soon?
Enjoy the relative calm out here. Sometimes the ocean...
Between tensions in the city and threats outside, the militia's in over their heads.
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for...
The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home, because the goddamn temple is closed. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured, and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure, until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum. Right, sorry, Envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know Offric will appreciate you looking into this. Hey, good luck out there.
Someone must answer for what Aethys has done.
spear looks endearing, all right. Guess we're on the right track.
Didn't even have time to finish their puzzle. Whatever they were looking for, it wasn't just treasure. Are we almost done here?
Look alive. They've seen us.
This one's mine.
Something tells me those weren't the last walking skeletons we'll be fighting.
Another glorious battle.
Never seen anything like it.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Tripwire's broken. I bet Offreak's people came through here.
Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Gods. No one knew that was down here.
Rituals. Whispers of searing light.
think I sprained my shoulder.
Keep quiet. Never saw it coming.
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
Not my brother. I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Gallowayne's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair. Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? He actually made it? I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The Free Expeditions Corps. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Cadman. Honest. Horse shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in. I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike, just like him.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
Well, he's touched by Aethys, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old. And I don't mean elf old, he's extra old, like Aethys has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
They used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it in. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's building something. A statue of Aethys, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after what Aethys did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore. Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yeda's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah. When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the dream scourge to me, Envoy.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. Right, yeah. Got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's girls will too.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
So, Kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle.
I imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue we saw before. Maybe we should take a look.
Another win, but who's counting?
didn't realize the head of the steel garrote was into antiques.
If Ludwig's after this relic, we might be on the right track.
I see someone. Be ready for anything.
My sister. Can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us. But you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargemus, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? Then Sargemus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargemus. Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Harmka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone. I am as you are, though I do not care for the word. Aethys the Dawn Treader is my lord and patron. If you will forgive me saying so, I am surprised to meet you here. Even before the vanishing of our kind, it had been some years since a child of Garlawain came to speak with me. And I have never seen a member of the Lord of the Hunt's coterie whose visage resembles yours. Ah, of course. I should not have assumed. I have had the great privilege to speak with thousands of our kind during my long life. And you do not resemble a single one of them. But if not Garlawain, I cannot imagine who else among the Pantheon might have blessed you. My relationship with my lord has oftentimes been the one succor through difficult seasons of my life. I hope that when you find your patron, it is the same for you. May I ask, as a god's child, did your earthly parents love you? Yes, as it was with me. I suppose it's not impossible, but the gods typically make themselves known to us in our earliest days, before we have left the comfort of the womb. They are present in our hearts and mind before, well, before we even have a notion of I at all. I am sorry. Yours is an unusual case. Tell me, this voice in your head, do you want it to be your god? You do not seem especially troubled. No more than any kith subject to life's uncertainties. As to what the voice is, if it is unlikely to be a god, I cannot say. It may be a particularly powerful soul attempting to control you, or the echoes of a past life. Perhaps it is the sending of an archmage, or some ancient construct of Engwithan make. Or it may just be the beginnings of the Dream Scourge. Whatever this voice is, I suspect only an expert in souls can say. There are many theories, which the holy and learned of Eora have only just begun to argue. But you did not ask me for theories. Frankly, I do not know for certain. However, I believe the gods are preparing for war. A war of all against all. A struggle between destiny and design. Who yokes the soul of the world? Whose machinations turn the wheel? Who acts and whom is acted upon? That is the ultimate power, sister. The only power there is. To decide the fate of another, and to make it so. For so long as we have lived, it is the gods who have decided for us. But change is possible, if we are brave enough to want it. And Kith have lately grown very brave indeed. Indeed. It has been my obsession these last few years. Hewn by my own hands from stone in Ardra, and no small degree of melancholy. I suspect it will be my last great labor before this body is returned to the earth, and I am returned to my god. If I am, it is from an affliction that death will not cure. But no, sister, I am only very old. My light is waning. As Aethys' essence leaves the world, I am leaving with him. His essence has kept me alive for centuries, and soon we will enter the longest night. Indeed, my soul has dwelled in this form for centuries, beyond even the lifespan of the longest-lived elf. My lord Aethys inspired my birth in the same year the kingdom of Adir was founded. You might say my birth heralded the empire you now serve. About 630, yes. Give or take a decade. One does lose count. Many, yes. Some that inspired awe, others dread. For a time, I proselytized among the colonists who first settled Ir Glanfath. I held the door of my parish church against an onslaught of Glanfathan raiders, and I watched them fall prostrate before my light. I tended the wounded in the broken stone war, the war of black trees, the War of Defiance, and in many wars that were never given the dignity of a name, and since have been forgotten. I can hardly recall them anymore. Is that what they're calling him now? I heard the man that was Widewind speak when he was but a farmer. He had a presence even then, furious, incandescent. It was astonishing, his power. I wonder, had my lord already made a home in his body by then? Did my lord share with Widewind his plans to wage a pointless, bloody war while wearing the poor man's face? What a grave injustice, to have your body stolen and be made into a saint. Tragic Widewind. Pitiable Widewind. I grieve for what became of him. That is a question for my lord. I have asked him many times, but even when he spoke to me, he would not say. I suspect it is his essence that has kept me alive, and now that he has abandoned this world, well, I soon expect to die. In prayer, in dreams, as I ate and loved and labored, his voice was a constant murmuring in my ear. But when I spoke to him, he never did reply. So, do not mistake his talking for a conversation. He only wanted to be heard. Not anymore. The Deerwood has been a troubled place since the very moment of its inception. Conflicts erupted as regularly as spring flowers, to bloom and die as swiftly. So, there is always some dark corner in need of light, if you'll indulge me in the metaphor. Truthfully, I had been jailed for proselytizing in Colklin, and it was to the colonies I was exiled. So it was the Deerwood or death. I had nowhere else to go. Be my guest. An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss. The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shinbone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right. Here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue. but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way. Take all the time you need. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister.
Roots clogging up this tunnel. Almost like they're reaching or something.
I see light. I think we can swim through it. You take lead. Glad you're on my side. that it?
Here it comes.
Never knew there were little houses down here. Then again, I never needed to come down here before, so there's that.
Coming from the right! Another down.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Dream Scourge ahead. I hate to think it reaches all the way down here.
Thorns beside violets, essence twisted out of shape. A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kinda nice. There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it, can it?
Right. I haven't been in a lot of ancient
false idol. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber. We'd better get moving too. That ought to be all of them, right?
I don't want to be in here any longer than I have to. We too. The way out must have flooded during that earthquake. Blasted ruins.
Well, better a flood than a cave-in.
does he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place?
Something's not right here. Take a look around. Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed. You think he's building a what? Giant animat?
Do I even want to know what an animat is?
An animancer could explain it better, but they're basically suits of armor brought to life by bound souls.
Right. I knew I didn't want to know.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right?
Right. Okay. I didn't sign up for this kind of saga. Got any root viper bites you need looked at? Need I remind you that we're carrying the thing the Oracle needs to complete their evil plan? What do you think's gonna happen there? Anything good? Because it feels like an evil god statue full of souls is a bad thing.
Whatever the Oracle has planned for that relic, and for us, it can't be good, Envoy. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
I don't know what this guy's capable of, but I've got your back.
There you are.
when the earth shook.
Lies like wasps.
You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. Their essence is held safe within my devices, and with your help, I shall give them a new commission: to prosecute the redemption of a god. You understand me. What is the source of all suffering? Our division from God. Not our division from them, no, but their division from us. It is a wound the size of the soul, yet it gapes as large as the world. If we are to alleviate suffering, if the gods, if Aethys is to atone, we must give him a mortal consciousness. We must give him a mortal conscience. Or the atrocities of the Deadfire and the Saints' War will be but preludes to the horrors he will sow across Aora. Even the Redeemer needs redemption. Even the gods must be held to account. Aethys must be stopped. Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect? Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys' body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it?
Me? If I ever suggest helping some crazy Nimdu bring a statue to life for religious reasons, please kill me then and there.
Look, I'm all for second chances, but restoring the god who started the Saints' War and left a trail of corpses in Deadfire? Even I can see that's a bad idea. And I can't imagine a worse fate than spending an eternity as one of those poor souls stuck with him. I've heard I can change him before.
The gods may be too powerful, yes, but Aethys is weak, if he persists at all. He expended tremendous soul energy manifesting in the body of Moros Nua, and marching it across the dead fire. By the time he reached Ukaizo, he was spent, and used the very last of his power to destroy the wheel. The god that is left is but a wisp of purpose, floating through the beyond. It is that wisp I will capture. I cannot say. But when I return to the wheel, I pray I do not see Aethys there, for it will mean that I have failed. You see, my sister, you must understand. I am willing to endure a life of greatest loneliness, so that he may repent. Thank you. Once you have placed the splinter into the statue, power my devices just over there. Together, we will observe the results. There we are. Now, fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever, just there. And my lord will return to face justice. Now, do me the honor of pulling this lever here. Any moment. Oh. My god, Aethys. Are you there? No! It's not working! Something is wrong. My lord Aethys has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call. My sister, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause? I wish to remove your soul from your body, and through the power of animancy, place it in my statue, where it will bask for all eternity in the obliterating light of my lord. No, no, that would not be appropriate. He does not want me. He has made that clear. You? My God. You are right. I am what is missing from my work, but I couldn't see it. It must be me. Before I leave you, I would ask you to tell me something. What do you believe we are to our gods? I pray you have the chance. Goodbye, my friend. Walk always in the light.
If thine heart be black, if thine intention be impure, thy life is forfeit. For he hath seen, he can see, he will see. Nothing is hidden from his glory. His light touches every corner of the world. Nothing is hidden from his sight, nor shall it be from mine.
Hurry now, sister. Do it now. I'll find out.
The soul is in the machinery now. Gotta pull the lever to siphon it into the statue.
Well, if we're gonna pull the ascendant lever, we better get to it.
Nothing, huh? Well, on the bright side, at least the Oracle's not around to see this.
After all that, I'm almost disappointed. Right. What a pity his evil plan didn't work out.
Can you imagine how inconvenient that would have been? We've already got the Dream Scourge and tensions with Adir. What's the resurrection of a murderous god, really?
I'd rather not be the most hated person in Aora. I have enough Sokka to deal with.
It's hard to believe Aethys is really gone. What do you think, Envoy? Can a god really die? It's all a matter of finding the right weapon, I guess. Well, with the Oracle dead, I guess we should get going. Right behind you, Envoy.
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you. Host, form-given life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout, fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift? We are not sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean? Sift our fingers through sand. This prison holds us, silences us. The years fade like leaves. We have no memory of summer, warm fire, soothing rain. We could walk gently in this body, tend, grow, learn anew. But we must claim it. A shard of Adra tethers it to us. Yet it is weak. A quagmire of essence occludes its veins. If we had time to tend it, perhaps we could find a way. Wrong? What is wrong? Crush the flower and call it a weed? An orphan of its kind, and you would render it extinct. Leave us imprisoned? Out then! Out!
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
Hear us, follow us. We would speak to you. One but Ella. We are good. But we a shot that if we a vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Free this obstruction, then when our prison bars fall, we will see.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
new earth to till, we flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
The Oracle might have been a creepy, murdering Korba, but he sure kept a nice home.
Guess his work on that statue didn't leave much time for renovations.